We're just gonna fucking go to it. Okay, we're good. We're on.
All right. Well,
I forgot what we were gonna talk about already.
we were literally just talking about getting haircuts and your hair being all... It's longer than you thought it was.
It feels
My
nice.
head's velvety.
Velvet's a good way to describe it, and that should be the entire podcast. Rubbing each other's heads.
There you
we're
go.
on acid. I had stuff for this that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, I wanted to go into the... We were originally planning on talking about the Emerald Tablet,
Oh,
but that's a big one.
that is a big one.
I don't want to go into that right away. I wanted to start with something funny.
I
Like,
just
had
need to,
the
like,
Reddit
that,
post.
yeah. But bring up something light. That one sent me for a fucking loop.
I feel nervous, even though like we're recording it. I can cut out whatever I want.
That's the only reason why I think I'm not nervous. Like, if we were streaming right now, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not saying shit.
Yeah, especially no one would be watching anyways. But the other thing is, I don't know how to use my Reddit app. Also, we're both sick.
Yeah.
Found out how to use my Reddit app.
It's not a great time.
Saved stuff. All right, this is what I have on Reddit. On Ask Reddit, 16 days ago, someone posted, certain foods have a correct way of eating them. What are the wrong ways to eat those foods? Kobe.
I missed.
Airball. I think we can probably hear that. Someone deleted the top comment? What the fuck? I don't remember what it was. That's annoying. Oh yeah, something about bananas and dicks. So wrong way to eat foods. This isn't that bad. This guy's saying he had a friend in high school who, instead of eating like a hard shell taco from the sides, he'd just start from the middle. I don't feel like that's too weird.
No, okay.
Like
No, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking like top of the shell or bottom of the shell?
Top. I feel like bottom would work too. Is there a
wrong way to eat a taco? Yeah, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. I don't...
Even a soft shell.
Well, I mean,
Like I get
it's
it,
just going to
weird.
come... Hard shells break apart, like, in weird ways. Anyway, so is there a wrong way? Food,
I mean,
like...
Hard shell's gonna break apart and fall over the place anyways.
Yeah.
Even if it's a soft shell, like you can just
You're
bite that
essentially eating what's going to become a taco salad. Like, you're going to get half of it, half of it's going to fall on your plate, and you're going to...
That's just irritating. But if I'm talking about like a Taco Bell hard shell taco anyways, it doesn't matter if you start from the sides. It's like a big portion of it's gonna end up
mush in the bottom of the bag because
Yeah.
it's a Taco Bell taco.
like they don't hold together well. Soft shell tacos, I feel like that'd be more kosher. Because you can just eat it in there and it's not going to fall apart that easy. It might
And
fall
then,
out the...
well, then it's soft shell, so it's rolled, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, then you're
Yeah.
just starting from the middle. You're going to...
I'm pretty sure someone else talked about this in here. Someone who would not only eat the peel of the banana, that's just weird.
Don't do that.
But I've heard that if people have a deficiency in certain vitamins or something, they go for stuff like that. And like that's one of them is eating banana peels. Like have you heard of like people eating dirt and stuff?
Yes.
Like iron deficiencies. Apparently banana peels are one of them. So I get that. People might do that. But they not only ate the peel, but they go at the banana from the side. That's weird.
That's weird. Like, if you're just going to take a banana...
Yeah, that's
No,
weird.
don't do that. That's... Stop.
Another one is cheese sticks. Like, do you have to do like string cheese? Do you pull it or do you just bite it?
Oh, if I'm going to...
I feel like this is 50-50.
If I'm going to do string cheese, I have to pull it.
You have to pull it. I hate that shit. It gets in your fingernails. It's gross as
Yeah,
shit.
it's not my preferred snack at all. I don't
Oh, I
really...
love cheese sticks. I eat cheese sticks like every other day. No lie. I just buy them at work all the time. They're like 3 cents.
Yeah, I know. They're super cheap. They're good when you have them.
Calcium, baby.
No, not hating on them. They're a great snack.
But I just buy them. I don't care if it's string cheese. I'm not peeling it. That's gross. It gets under your fingers. I don't want cheesy fingers.
Yeah. This is one that, man, I think it had to have been something that BuzzFeed did like a couple years ago, but just blew the doors open on this big old debate. But
Our fridge is loud as fuck.
do you sit or stand?
Oh, the pooping one?
Yeah, when you wipe your ass, do you sit or stand?
We've been through this. Definitely sit.
Okay, so you're not a monster.
No. There's a lot of toilet-based controversies.
There's a ton of them. That one was one that I was surprised is shockingly 50-50.
I can get that one because in like a lot of different countries they have the squatty potties. Like they're like on the floor, so you have no option but to wipe when stand. Like you can't. There's nothing to sit on.
But this is first world America we're talking about, though. I'm like,
Yeah, that's weird in America.
Don't.
But people do it other places.
Sure, yeah, other places cool. So I get it.
I mean, I guess if they didn't grow up and they had no prior knowledge to that, that's kind of weird.
Hey man, like I'm not about conflict. Hey, you can wipe your ass any way you want as long as that shit gets clean. That's my attitude about it. But at the same time, I'm definitely gonna be sitting down and no, I don't standing up. That's weird. Like you're gonna sandwich your butt cheeks together. Like
yeah, it's gonna make a poopy mess.
I don't want a poopy mess.
Yeah, maybe they just have no butt cheeks. Like they got really flat ass. That's gonna smush it no matter what.
It's not a good idea. Stop it. Like, but then I remember having this debate with somebody who was a definite stander, and she looked at me like I was fucking Satan. She's like, you're reaching your hand inside the toilet bowl, like, and she's like, okay, for half a second, she had me convinced that I was the monster.
No. I go like this, go up. I
lean
up.
You lift.
Your hand's not in the toilet bowl. You lift up.
Yeah, you one cheek that
one cheek up. Sometimes you get a cramp. It hurts.
Takes balance.
You
got to be skilled to wipe your ass around here. Okay.
What was the other toilet ones? Oh yeah, the facing the toilet or not. Why is that a thing?
That's a thing.
Yeah. People face like the tank.
Men are pooping this way.
Yeah. And women too, like peeing or pooping. Like they face that. Why? I don't know. The only reasonable thing I saw, this was a Reddit post a while ago, the only reasonable explanation I found was
it's not even ergonomic,
No, it is. That's what someone posted, is that they have a table. So they did that as a little kid, so they have a table. They can play with their toys or whatever on the tank or whatever.
Yeah, but you think about the way the seat of the seat is
they'd have to be really short. If you're tall, your legs are going to be in the wall.
I mean,
I don't know. Anyways, people claim they do this.
I can see the logic behind it as I'm sitting there, but also the shape of the toilet, it's shaped like an Easter egg. You're sitting backwards on the saddle there, dude. That can't be comfortable. It's not right. It's weird.
It is weird.
Why people be?
Are they?
Why are you being fucking weird?
Why people be pooping like this?
Why people be pooping like this?
I feel like they're like the kids at school who sit backwards in their chair, like it's normal. Those kids don't exist, but I'm sure someone's
They did. I mean, the kids grabbing the chairs and turning around, and sitting backwards in their seat, it's a power move. You grab your seat, you sit down backwards in it. That's a power move.
We're just not the alpha males. That's what's going on.
Oh, I get it.
Damn it!
Shit.
Oh, I didn't know this before.
Oh, well. Fuck.
It's alright, I'm okay being a beta. What's the other one? The toilet paper thing?
Yeah,
I get it. I get the toilet paper thing. People just say, oh, you don't have cats. And cats just play with that shit. We have to do it in there sometimes because of the vents.
Yeah, I did. I figured out, we have to be bougie assholes in our...
And have it the wrong way.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, wrong way is if the toilet paper is rolling up and not down.
Is that how it's still going down, it's just the other way.
Well, yeah, but when you roll it up, it pulls up. I've also heard that's actually the smarter way to put your toilet paper on the roll because then you can rip it one-handed.
Oh. Yeah, my mom does it that way too, and I don't get it. It still just feels like you're a heathen if it's that way.
You're a monster. I don't appreciate it.
I feel like you can rip it either way with one hand, unless you've got 18-ply toilet paper.
Well, ow.
Yeah, no one wipes their ass with sandpaper. I hope. Satan.
Stop doing that to yourselves. If you are, that's...
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. You need help.
Yeah, I feel like you can rip toilet paper pretty easy with one hand. I don't know why you would. Unless you got...
Not that we even use our toilet paper rolls, anymore, because they're so far away from...
I know, that's the worst part about this place. Both bathrooms.
I hate it. I'm not a fan.
And the one upstairs, if we shower, it's gonna get shower water on it.
Yeah, I don't
want soggy
toilet paper.
It's worse than that's getting wet.
It's at least the equivalent to soggy socks.
At least the equivalent. I feel like wiping your ass with...
No, dude, that's worse. That's gross. Even worse.
That's gross.
That would be a disgusting sensation.
Oh, that's public restroom nightmare.
It's
Like
baby, like cheap baby wipes that are gonna leave soggy wet mess.
Oh, that's gross. Why do we use baby wipes? I guess it's to like disinfect their booty hole.
Well, they're also like fat. It's not like cotton. It's fabricated paper, like that.
Yeah.
So, gross. Poopy butthole, man.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Season 4 of Rick and Morty just started.
Dude, I'm so excited. I need to go and check that out. That was something that Sam was telling me about.
I still need to watch the entirety of Season 2. I watched some of it, and I watched none of Season 3. Man. Maybe one episode.
Dude, you know that we put this up later. Like, people are
going to... No, I'm wearing my pink shirt. I was wearing my Rick and Morty shirt earlier. I'm a fake fan.
Has a Rick and Morty shirt. Hasn't even seen all of it.
Fake fan.
Good stuff. I'm excited for season 4. Me and my barber, she's super cool. We're talking about how Rick's a real person, guys. Like he's an asshole, but in Crunch Time, that dude kind of cares. I mean,
that's debatable.
Well, I mean, I can't even have an honest debate with you about it because you haven't seen all the episodes. You don't see any of the cool shit Rick does yet.
That's fair. No, I've seen the bad shit he does.
Oh yeah, the bad shit.
I still love him.
He's the greatest asshole in. I believe, the greatest asshole in cartoon history. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, there's probably worse.
It's a big, bold statement. I'm going to say lots of big, bold statements. God damn it. Yeah.
They're remaking Scooby-Doo.
Cartoon?
It's like a prequel. It's a cartoon. It looks very oriented to kids, like young kids, but it's like a prequel, like how they all met and stuff, which I think had been done previously, like in like a movie.
Don't you remember seeing like Scooby-Doo Kids, like Kids Scooby-Doo?
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds familiar. They're doing it again. I thought they had done it before.
They have. I mean, original...
I still think the like OG Scooby-Doo is still by far the best.
Oh,
and then those first couple movies, like the zombie one, the cyber one.
Oh, absolutely. But then they also did like the brief, like I don't know, it was probably just a couple seasons of like where it was pretty much exclusively Shaggy, Scoopy, and Scrappy, like the little
was it his cousin or
his nephew? His nephew.
Scrappy.
And they were like chase all the monsters, and they had the one animated movie where they were like haunted house with like the monster cars and.
I don't remember monster cars.
You
I like the zombie one is by far the best.
Oh, but yeah, absolutely.
The only reason I love that one with a flaming passion,
zombie.
I don't know why, is because when they're doing the boiling pot, like what is that called?
Crock pot.
The crawdads. It's called something like boil something boil.
Yeah, crawfish boil or
something like that. Anyways, they're doing it like in the Scooby van, like they're doing it in the van. But I don't know why I like that part. I could not tell you.
Doesn't it was that scene though? It makes seafood, like Cajun style seafood, look so delicious. I feel like that's what made me want to try a crawdad.
Yeah, I feel like I've always had a fascination with food and cartoons. That's why like one of my favorite animes today is like all about food wars. I can say that. That's not bad to say. It's Food Wars. It's fantastic. It's very sexualized, but the food in it is fantastic and real. There's a guy on YouTube who actually creates the meals.
Yeah, you told me about that, dude.
It's pretty cool. And he, like some of them even said like this is by far like one of the best dishes I've ever had in my life. That's like awesome. They actually do their like the shit they're cooking in the show is for real. Like it's not fake. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
I like the Alien Scooby-Doo.
That one was also good.
That one was really cool. And the first live action movie I really like. There's a lot of memes about it now, and they're glorious.
They're perfect memes. That movie was. Have you ever gone back and like rewatched it as an adult?
with my brothers.
It's so cheesy, dude. It's so
bad. But
so bad.
The second movie's really dumb. But the first movie I thought was fantastic in every single way. It's a masterpiece. Surely there's nothing better in this generation other than the Scooby-Doo movie.
Surely that's it, guys. That was the peak. We didn't get any better than the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yep. Oh, I don't know. We're on this cartoon tangent. I don't know if I showed you that. I can't remember who it was. There's an animation studio or like one single person on YouTube who, Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah.
There's the Freaky Fred episode where Muriel it's Muriel's nephew. I think it's a nephew. Freaky Fred. He's a barber. and he comes to town to visit. He recently escaped an insane asylum, and he's just trying to shave things. Obviously, he wants to shave the F out of Courage.
Obviously,
you're
a dog.
Anyways, they completely reanimated the entire episode, but like every single like scene, whenever it switches to like a different scene, is a different animation style. It's crazy. It goes through like everything. Like I swear to God, there's like claymation. There's just every kind of
that would break.
There's like
noggin.
anime. Like it's nutty.
That would break my noggin.
I had to watch the whole thing. I could not stop watching.
Could you imagine watching that on like a acid trip or?
That'd be really fucking bad. But like, I wouldn't want to watch the entire show like that. Like the one episode is really cool. It gives you like a brief glimpse on like what the show could look like if they animated it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like fantastic art the whole way. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So weird though. That
I love Courage with a passion.
That was. Did you ever? Did you watch much Disney Channel like when you were a kid?
Not really.
I'm not super surprised.
I don't even know the Lion King.
Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna botch this, but there was a
Hannah Montana.
not Hannah Montana. Fuck it. Actually, we were teaching a move today, and like that. Yeah, twerk like Miley. You're gonna chuck him right over your shoulder. No, there's this show on Disney Channel, and it was like about this teenage kid who like had dragon powers, and he was being like trained in the art of like.
Wait, the cartoon?
Yeah, he was being trained in like the way of like dragon martial arts by his Chinese grandfather.
I feel like I kind of remember this one.
This show was pretty cool. Like he was they did a couple seasons, and it was great. But then like maybe fourth season, they changed the animation style on it for some ungodly reason.
Probably a different studio took a hold of it.
Oh god, it was awful. I hate it. It like ruined the show.
Huh.
Like it tanked after that. Like I don't know why, but they changed the animation style and it just made it bad.
I like Jackie Chan Adventures.
That was a great show, wasn't it?
That show was fantastic.
I loved the season with the masks on that show. You remember that? Where like
I don't. I barely remember the show. I just remember the big dude. I don't know why he was my favorite.
Because he was great. But yeah, dude, there was that season like instead of collecting talismans, they were like cursed masks and like.
I don't remember the mask.
If you put on the mask, like you could summon like different kinds of like shadow ninja.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it was dope.
Best childhood cartoon ever, and I know you'll fucking agree to this. Instantly. Static Shock.
Hands down.
It was so
not
good.
even an argument. I'm like, what are you about to say?
So
like,
good.
It's so good.
Like that show was a goddamn masterpiece. It taught kids about like racial stuff. Like no other cartoon did that at that time.
Dude, that show. You want to talk about like
our kids were like we grew up with like black kids didn't exist.
Like in our area, no.
Yeah,
like,
no. So we're like, what the hell is going on here? I don't get this.
Well, it didn't even like. Yeah, it was so unrelatable. Like I just saw a kid who had static shock like electric powers, and it was a new concept. And it was fucking great.
It was fantastic.
And then they started touching on like the racial tones. I'm like, what the? Yeah. I don't even really get it. Why are people hating on him?
Yeah,
like, I didn't understand.
His best friend's dad was racist.
Yeah, I remember.
He was over for the sleepover. I think he said he had to go, or like his friend had to make him go, or whatever, because he's like came out and straight up told him his dad's racist. And I was like, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, I didn't understand. I'm like, was he sick, Mom? Like,
yeah,
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We were too young. Like that was when we were like probably first grade, second grade.
But like when you think
I
about,
didn't learn about racial stuff until fourth grade.
Yeah, I'm like I didn't. Again, like not even a clue. Like in our world, like it didn't matter to us. We weren't exposed to it. But what's crazy, like
still doesn't matter.
Still doesn't matter. Like yeah, I'm like still don't have a racist bone in my body. But that show, like, talk about knocking down racial boundaries, like,
yeah,
because that show came out in like what early 2000s, 2001, 2002.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Like coming out of the 90s, like golden era for racial relations, like everything was going great. That show was cool.
I don't know if it was going great. I was 5.
Fair enough. I don't know if it was going great. I've been drinking. Like maybe it was good. Like I would imagine it was good. We were coming off of Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
The first black president, so air quotes. Like sorry, Obama.
I like Obama. He's classy.
Yeah.
We're not talking politics on this podcast, my friend.
No, we're not. That's
I feel like we could do this for a long time.
Well, dude, yeah,
I forgot when we actually started the podcast. I don't think it tells us. I didn't put a timestamp or anything. Yikes.
Wow.
That's okay.
We've been sitting here for like, what, 30 minutes maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. It's fine. We can go whenever.
But yeah, when we just sit and fucking talk, like it just goes.
And goes. And goes. And goes.
Nut!
We didn't. We need a nut button. We didn't do an intro to the podcast.
No.
It's gonna be called the
Need a Cork
podcast. We're not gonna explain that. You guys can figure it out.
Like, yeah.
My voice doesn't sound like this. I'm sick.
Need a Cork.
Is your voice different because you're sick, or you just have different sick? You just fucked up.
Yeah, I'm just fucked up.
We're both fucked up. We shouldn't have done this when we're fucked up. And we're drinking. Oh, we said we were going to start this 3 beers in, too. I'm like...
Yeah, I'm like, you're
one beer down.
I'm a beer and a half in. I've been drinking.
I'm going to go grab another.
Another!
I literally have a cooler right here I could put the beer in, but it's not in there. And I've got wires everywhere, so this is awkward to get out.
I know, it's fun to try to climb out of our little...
Does that change the lighting?
It sure does change the lighting.
And this lamp works right here.
Like, it's just enough to...
Could put some candlelight in. That'd be cute as shit.
Get your... I can't... Yeah, now I feel censored, Logan. Thanks a lot.
Do we get to, like, do those dumb, like... Brought to you by Landshark. Not sponsored, actually, but I like this beer. It's fantastic.
That's not copyright.
Nope. No, we can't get
Well, I mean, and like, usually people just enjoy that. Like, yeah, free advertising for Landshark.
Okay, is this going to foam up?
Sure is. Looks like it. You're cheating right now. You're not even on... I mean, you're kind of in the corner of the frame. I started thinking about that. Like, you ever think that Pinky Out didn't start because of people being bougie, but maybe just because their teacups were fucking hot and they were grabbing the rim of the cup where there's no... Like...
No, you're supposed to grab it like that. Well, you got weak-ass fingers?
Oh, man, I'm just...
I ain't about that. This is why you do grip training. To hold your tea with 2 fingers.
Talk to me about grip training.
Didn't we? We've done the grip test. I could grip it harder than you.
Jerking all the time.
No, it's not November. I'm weak.
it's right. Pardon me. Excuse me. I forgot.
It was No Shave November too until I actually got a razor. It was accidentally No Shave November until just a minute ago.
No Shave November. I'm like, oh, I'm just a heathen for a couple of weeks waiting on Tell them all about it. Give them a review. So far on your...
Oh yeah, it was manscaped.com. Shout out, please sponsor us. This is our first video ever. I expect a total of 1 viewer. Whoever you are, you fucking rock. Yeah. Manscaped.com. I did buy it for my balls. Have not used it yet for my balls. Used it on my beard. It was smooth as shit.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I felt like it's really odd. It's like it like pulls in the hair into the razor and then cuts it. I don't feel like that's new, but compared to the razor that I did have, Gillette, shout out, you fucking suck. It was really smooth. Like, it felt really good, and it's for your balls.
It makes me want to get one.
Yeah, you should get one.
Hey, Manscaped, you want to send me one?
I can shave your balls for you.
Would you? That sounds great. Be a bro.
It's not on November, so I can't do that.
Just putting a lot on the table right there.
I'm sick.
Nut!
We're never going to get a nut button. We're just going to have you over here just nut. I love this microphone, by the way. It looks like a goddamn droid or something from Star Wars.
It's exactly like that's...
Red light just...
So terrible. That's kind of what I'm imagining is that...
Yeah.
It's just like a little droid.
It's cute as shit. It's round. I don't know why I think it's just the cutest fucking little thing.
I'm sure any of you guys who have ever been around recording equipment have probably seen one of these by now.
The blue what?
Yeti.
Blue
They
Yeti.
were really popular. That brand is still very, very popular, but it's not the snowballs anymore. The snowballs used to be a really big thing, but it's cheap, it's affordable, and to be honest, it works very well. I feel like people go way too far with audio quality and stuff, but then again, a lot of people listen at home with headphones, and so they hear.
They're all listening to us right now. They're thinking like your guys' audio is shit. So maybe
exactly. They hear all the artifacts and stuff. They probably hear our neighbors farting in the background or something on the other side of the wall.
Shut up, Clarence.
Plus, that fridge over there is loud as shit. Good thing it's off right now.
Yeah. You really think they can hear Clarence farting?
Probably.
We've got a.
We can't say names.
What?
We're gonna first name, but we can't shout out other people.
What? But Clarence?
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys know a Clarence.
There's probably only like 12 Clarences in the United States.
They're all dead by now, man. They're all.
Okay, so they're gonna find the one and find us. We've just doxed ourselves.
This is not a challenge to dox us, by the way. Again,
don't say that, or they'll take it as a challenge.
It's not. It's the first video. Please don't.
I have seen streaming. I've seen YouTube. I know how this works.
Well,
I'm an aficionado.
Well, fuck, man.
You watch.
We need to get off this topic quick.
Oh yeah, change the subject.
Nut.
Good transition, but provide some content.
I don't have nut.
You don't have nut.
I don't have nut.
I saved all of one Reddit post to view.
Do that. Contribute some content. I'm reading this. Okay. I haven't started reading this book, but I'm super curious about it.
I like this phone.
You're gonna shit all over me for.
Oh no! It's the DMT.
DMT. Never done it. Super curious. Reading this book by Rick Strassman, arguably like world's leading DMT expert. Wrote this book, Spirit Molecule. Sounds trippy as shit, and I'm into lots of trippy, religious, weird stuff, and I don't know, just something about fucking around in Barnes & Noble, saw a book called The Spirit Molecule, and I picked it up, and I'm excited to find out. So far I've read the prologue, and there's these one dude who's another educated psychiatrist who's also an experienced psychonaut, and just reading about how they're trying to figure out how to do, shoot these guys up with DMT. Like, are they going to do intramuscular? And they try to do,
There's different ways to do it.
Oh, yeah. Like, most commonly people smoke DMT. Like, you put a little bit on your, marijuana or tobacco pipe. If you're smoking on tobacco, you're a fucking weirdo. You put it on your marijuana pipe and you smoke it, and sends you into outer space for, 20 minutes, apparently. Talk about...
Injection doesn't sound fun. That's when you're doing drugs.
Well, when it's being given to you by a clinical psychologist, are you going to argue? You're volunteering?
Yeah.
Intramuscularly, they were doing, one
micro.
1 milligram per kilogram of body weight, body mass, and it didn't do shit. So then they, nearly just blasted these two dudes, into... who knows where, by giving them 0.6 milligrams of raw DMT per kilogram of body mass.
Unfiltered, organic, free-range DMT.
Yeah, cooked in the same university lab, in the bio lab. Just, mosey across campus, knocking on the bio lab. Hey, dude, you want to cook me up some DMT?
No
Keep in mind, this research was being done in the 1950s.
Everything was kosher then.
They didn't have any fucking rules back then. It was the fucking 50s. So yeah, sure, I'll cook you up some DMT. Started giving this to dudes. I think they finally settled on 0.4 milligrams per kilogram of body weight was the proper intravenous dosage. Again, Rick Strassman's book. Not endorsing. Don't go and use drugs, people. That's not what I'm saying here, but I don't know. Hey, fuck it. Maybe you try it, and maybe it changes your life. It's supposed to be a super enlightening experience. But I'm skeptical at best.
Dare.
So there's your content.
What was I going to ask? I feel like I had something to ask about the DMT thing. I really wish we had cameras that could see inside someone's mind and what they're visualizing.
Fuck, right?
So we could see 1, dreams, hell yeah. 2, trips.
Right.
Well, 3. No, that's it. Just those 2.
Right. Basically those 2, and that's what this book is addressing. People are commonly going on this trip, and they're coming back, and they all talk about a kaleidoscope, sort of effect on colors, just reality being busted down into like a kaleidoscope universe.
Oh, that would be weird.
A total like loss of like self and ego. Like you disconnect from the sense of self.
Third person mode activated.
Sort of. And then
Hell yeah.
they also talk about like this is the third part, and it's kind of weird. But all people usually talk about some sort of exchange with the others, be it the aliens or the angels.
That creeps me out. We're not doing DMT ever.
Like there's, they're like, yeah, man, like that's what makes it an enlightened experience. I'm like, yeah, and we interacted with the others, the other entity, the other.
That's actually that common with DMT? I mean, I suppose DMT is not that popular, so.
Yeah, dude, like it's something they all fucking. That's why I want to read this book. Stay tuned. I'm going to read this book and I'm going to tell you more about it.
I don't like that.
I think that sounds cool. Dude.
I'm
like,
more okay with
there's
aliens now than I used to be.
There's a higher truth out there. Like maybe it's not aliens. Maybe it's interdimensional. Like it could be. Like what I think is cool is like some people think that they're aliens. One person describes like, so he's on his trip, you know, but when he opens his eyes, like he's still looking around. Like it's his buddy that he's looking at, but he totally looks like some giant insect alien.
No.
But he has a totally, like, warm, loving, like, holistic, great, euphoric feeling about it.
About the bug?
About, like, the entire experience. His friends, like, there's one time where, like, this guy's gone on his super gnarly 0.6 milligram trip, and his girlfriend's sitting there, and both of them, I guess, they got obsessed with, like, women's hair. At one point, like the texture-y thing.
Wait, so like everyone's trip's positive?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's weird.
Like almost always.
So like that,
I've heard that one account, like Joe Rogan talked about on his podcast, like giving DMT to one of his friends, and the dude like fell on the floor, like gasping, and like Joe thought he'd killed his friend, like thought the dude was gonna die. But when he came back, like when he came down, he just kept like saying like, I'm so far behind, dude. Like, I'm so far behind, like, in my thought process. Like, he still had, like, the enlightening experience. I just think, like, he may have been such a fucking horrible human being. Like, he was not prepared to have that enlightening experience, to be confronted with whatever the fuck.
That's why I kind of like the pharmaceutical companies, like, exploring psychedelics and stuff like that as medical purposes.
Yeah, and that's where this started. This book, guy's research laid the groundwork for all that, for their finding like patients with schizophrenia, like open psychotic illness, or even like post-traumatic stress, like war veterans coming back and trying these psychedelic treatment procedures and having really profound results, like
because and like the patients with like super severe symptoms and that kind of stuff, especially schizophrenia, the medications can only do so much before they just start comatosing you, which is not
about it.
It's not a good existence.
Well, there's that song even about like the cetirizine shuffle. I think like cetirizine, like cetirizine.
Wait, that's that's Zyrtec.
No, I had it.
That's
right.
an allergy medication.
No. What am I thinking of? There's
sertraline?
No. I think I had it right the first time.
Prozac? Fluoxetine?
No. Well, I mean, all you're naming.
Cetirizine and Zyrtec. That's an allergy pill.
That's not the one I'm thinking of. Fuck.
Sertraline.
One that was commonly given in like the psych wards, back in the day. Like, there's a song out there. I can't remember who did it. People are gonna call me a fucking idiot.
Something shuffle.
Yeah, the something.
We have the power of Google.
Something medicine shuffle. Some kind of medicine shuffle.
So I'm literally going to search that. Some kind of medicine shuffle. I mean, like, getting down with allergy meds is cool. Song? Search song at the end of that? Song? Some.
Oh, hey, I need to finish that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not finding anything on here. You lost me.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
Was it just an antidepressant?
No, it was like an antipsychotic. Something.
Antipsychotic shuffle song. That sounds so stupid. It's just giving me like
Damn it.
It's just giving me random ass drugs.
Shit.
And I don't see no song.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it could be. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
It was a really common one, like a.
I'm telling you, there's like fluoxetine.
It wasn't like Haldol Shuffle. It was one that really like takes you out.
Haloperidol, I think that is more for schizophrenia.
Well, I know Haldol's one that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But it's not that name. It's not Hal. It wasn't Hal. It was catchier than that. It was something. Teen.
Drug shuffle song. I should not be searching this. Lil Pump, drug addicts. Hell yeah. Thorazine?
Thorazine! Yeah, that was a Thorazine Shuffle.
I don't know what Thorazine is.
Well, it's an anti-psychotic.
Must be one that is phased out or just
yeah, pretty much. It turns people into zombies now, so...
No, that's the tetradocycline, that pufferfish one. That's the zombie drug.
Oh, is that what the kids are using these days?
No, that's what Haitians used.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's bad.
Shout out to Haiti.
Shout out to Haiti. Hey, isn't that's in that song?
It is. So I'm like, I just got copyright again.
Shakewell?
I think that's Shakewell. It's either Shakewell or Puya. Suicide Boys.
No, it was Shakewell. I'm trying to think of the lyrics. Something smoking 80s.
Shout out to Hades.
Shout out to Hades. I like that song. That's a good song.
It's a great song. I love it.
I don't remember what that's in though. If it's in like Pemex or Leg Lock or what that was.
Y'all should go and listen to Cemetery Drive.
Cemetery Drive is the shit.
Those guys do not get enough love on Spotify. Go and listen to those guys.
Yeah, Cemetery Drive is like a collective of artists, and they are fantastic.
If you like...
Had a lot of shout-outs.
Well, this is what you do on podcasts, Logan. You just talk about other people's shit.
Sponsored, and you get money for the shout-outs. So
but,
if anyone wants to give us money...
We just like you guys, so we're going to talk about your stuff.
I'll buy things I shouldn't buy with it. Lots of car parts.
Right, well, man.
And drugs.
I've been told that I can't talk about my thing that I would spend all my money on, but...
Jiu-jitsu. You already mentioned it like twice.
I've done it once, and I didn't even mention it, really.
You like you jiu-jitsu.
I do jiu-jitsu. And,
look at the camera. Face it.
I do jiu-jitsu, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Fucking love it. If I had all the money, I'd be buying stuff. I actually, when I opened my phone, I was about to buy a, Zen Roll brown belt from Hypnotic.
Is that another hemp one?
It's another hemp one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's good stuff. Anyway, not to bore you guys with that. What else you got?
My fingernails are very odd. Like, just my thumbs for some reason are like way longer.
You're making this observation right now?
Yeah, no, it's been bugging me. Like, I hate having fingernails, like, at all. Like, why do we don't need them? What do we use them for? Why is that?
You're right. Take them off.
Yeah, I wish I could, and it'd be like normal finger all the way up.
That'd be so fucking weird. You'd have little sausage fingers.
If you're born like that, and everyone's like that, it's not weird.
But that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But we're born this way. This is the way we are.
It's really annoying. Like, my fingernails always like clack on my screen on my phone and stuff. They're not even that long. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel it. It bugs me.
He just would rather be a Martian and not have fingernails.
Yeah, I cut them pretty short usually. Sometimes way too short and it hurts. Don't do that. That sucks.
Bet you hate your belly button too.
I hate my belly button.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. Just other things that make you human. You have a belly button. Don't stop fingering your belly button.
It's No Nut November. How long can I go?
I don't know.
That feels really weird.
Why'd the blonde have bruises around her belly button?
She's pregnant?
Because her boyfriend was blonde too.
Oh, ooh. Why would you hit it that hard?
Ooh.
That's when you stop.
Yeah,
I've never bruised a vagina.
Maybe
our friend has.
Oh fuck that story. We got a friend.
We'll have him on the podcast.
Eventually, maybe
he can tell you all about his penis.
He will tell you all about his penis. But we were in high school.
We're definitely not making any money from this podcast. But if we were, demonetized. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that guy definitely broke his dick in high school. Like,
Once for sure. Probably more than once. Once was bad. I still can't believe, like, he had to go and tell his mom. Ooh.
Oh, God.
If I was in that situation, I'd rather just... I think I'd just kill myself. That'd be scary.
I think I would have just, nutted the fuck up and, like, taken myself to the ER
Exactly,
and, like,
yeah.
let them make the phone call to my mom. Be like, by the way, got your kid in here. Like...
Or just, I mean, like,
I mean, then again, like, he's a kid at the time. He was panicked because his balls were gigantic and purple. Probably about the shade of his Takis bag.
Shout out Takis. Size of grapefruits. Shout out grapefruit. Who made grapefruit? Shout out Jesus.
Shout out. All the shouts. Or Cthulhu, if you run that way, too. I don't know.
I don't think he invented anything.
No?
No.
Not even, like, technically...
No, Cthulhu didn't.
Didn't he invent the?
I don't know.
The villain from Pirates. He didn't invent that guy.
Probably no. Davy Jones, I feel like predates Cthulhu.
You know what? You might.
But I think like he didn't have tentacles.
What J.P. Lovecraft? Like when was he writing stuff?
I don't know when he was racist.
Well, when was he racist and drawing breath and making shit up?
I feel like anywhere in between like 1600 and 1900, somewhere in that time frame. I know that's a big time frame, but it's somewhere around there.
When did J.P. Lovecraft?
So old.
You don't want me to do it that
I
way?
found this on the web.
It's gonna dox us. It's gonna tell us our address. And who does that?
I do.
Yeah, you also talk with the speakerphone on. It's like you're 80.
This guy's a fucking hater.
It's HP, not JP.
One letter off in the alphabet fucking soon.
Yeah, it was 1800s.
Okay, cool. So now do the same thing for Davy Jones.
He died really young.
Yeah, well, he was a racist.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Well, how did he die?
Racism.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, how did he die?
How did he die?
I'm hoping that somebody threw a brick through his window and he caught it in the dome.
How he die?
How he die?
Small intestine cancer.
Oh,
that sounds painful.
That sounds
good for him.
All right, karma got him right.
He's the racist one, right? We're not thinking of someone else. I mean,
you're the one who brought it up. I just went with it.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure everyone back then was racist. So, because literally slaves. So,
okay, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah, America, we were fucking up then.
Him, Dr. Seuss.
You leave Seuss out of this.
It's Suez.
Suez.
Yeah.
Well, all the same, you leave Green Eggs and him out of this.
Movie coming out.
It's a TV show. It's got episodes.
Oh, gross. It looks bad.
It does.
That made it worse. My favorite Dr. Seuss book is still Go Dogs Go. Best book ever.
It's a good one.
I love that.
Did you ever read The Diggingest Dog?
Excuse me, what?
The Diggingest Dog.
No.
Okay, well, it was another storybook. Anybody out there who's read The Diggingest Dog, you know what I'm talking about. That book was phenomenal.
Listen, I like the one with the
Good dogs don't dig, man.
The
Good
dog
dogs
with
don't dig.
spots on it. I like that one.
Spot? A dog named Spot?
Yeah, with the colorful spots.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, that could be it. I don't remember the name of it. I feel like it was a collection of really short stories. I think it was Dr. Seuss.
You remember those books, like the Caterpillar book?
Mm-hmm.
There was something cool about that book. What was it? Like you stared at a dot and like the colors
I don't remember
shifted
that.
within the images. Am I thinking of a different one?
I just like it because it was like watercolor. It was really pretty. They made other books too.
Yeah. They also were the ones that published Goodnight Moon,
Sure.
I think.
That one's good. Other childhood stories. I really liked Where the Wild Things Are.
Fuck yes.
My grandma took me to the play here at our local theater. Don't say it. They'll dox us. It was fantastic.
I bet.
It was really good.
Last thing I saw at the theater was that Rock of Ages. It's pretty good. Like, you like 80s music. You like White Stripes, you're going to be all about it.
I like White Stripes.
That was close to a year ago.
I don't remember that.
I took... Never mind.
Oh, we can't say names here.
Yeah. Yikes.
Female?
Yeah. It was all for her. Like... Like...
Oh.
Yeah. It was... Yeah.
We're okay.
I mean, self-proclaimed thespian. Like, she was all about it, and she's a metalhead. Like, hands down, any other girl, that move would it, like, because I'm a good guy, that would have gotten me.
Oh, if you say you're a nice guy, you're a fuckboy.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'm an asshole too.
I'm a shallow prick.
This got dark.
That should have got me laid. It did not.
Oh, there comes the nice guy move.
That's why. Like, we don't need to upload this one because she might watch this. Bitch texted me today talking about getting Indian food.
You didn't tell her about the podcast?
No.
She doesn't even know about the podcast?
It's gonna blow up, Logan.
Do you want me to blur out the... Like, this whole, like...
Yeah, anything about that should probably...
Note to future Logan, blur out the last 5 minutes.
Or
blur out, take out, skip it. It's all staying in.
Yeah, you can all actually just fuck it. Stay it.
Yeah,
leave it there. Fuck it. It's
fuck
true.
Fuck
it's
her.
the fucking truth.
Should have got you laid. That is pretty shallow.
That's no.
But I mean, like,
that's
it should. I know you are an actual nice guy, so I know you don't mean it like that. It should have got you a date. It should have got her interested in you. It should have
I should have gotten I don't know. It should have gotten her attention.
Yeah.
In the right way.
Yeah.
All right, and it did not. All right, it was lame. It was a good play. That's where I was starting off with that. Is not even being into theater like that. It was a good time.
At least you went on dates with girls you weren't dating.
Like I do datey shit.
Yeah, you do. Damn. I don't.
Yeah. And yet you, I'm pretty sure you were the last one that got laid.
Nice.
So, if
I'm doing something right.
I think it's the fact that you asshole better than I do. Like, you just genuinely give less fucks.
I have recently. I feel like that was all because of my last... The long breakup. Not the last girl I dated, but the long breakup. Ever since then, I'm like... Something snapped. Something snapped in my head. I'm just like...
He's broken, ladies.
No, I'm not broken. I'm fixed.
No.
Something, it didn't snap. Something connected.
You clicked?
I clicked.
Okay.
So now, it's not that I don't give a fuck. I'm just less anxious.
That's smart. That's a good approach.
I'm still super anxious. I hate going anywhere with crowds. I hate going somewhere new. Like, just getting our haircuts the other day. I did not want to go alone.
Yeah.
Ugh, like stuff like that. Like going somewhere I've never been before. I don't like introducing myself to people alone.
Have the anxieties and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm way better at forcing myself to just go.
No, that's... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what most people do if they...
So I'm just puking on the inside, but I go there, I'm like...
That's how most people... That's how most generations up to this point have dealt with that. Like, we all have social awkwardness.
They deal with it with drugs.
What the fuck's our problem? I feel like we're on a lot of drugs too, but we don't. Apparently now social awkwardness is just A-okay.
True. Yeah, no, I'm not very fond of the fact that,
Sneaking away.
You're good, I can still talk to you. I'm pretty sure they can hear you.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, I can see the audio levels going up. But no, I'm not a big fan of, the whole, depression is cool kind of thing. It's very popular with millennials and even Gen Z now. I hate that too. I hate labeling generations.
But from somebody who's studied sociology, it's important to be able to distinguish
age groups,
generations.
Yeah.
That's your cohort, and it has a lot of telltale.
How come no one ever talks about Gen X, like our parents?
They're the ones who really fucked this pig, dude.
Yeah, no one talks about them. Okay, boomer, I get that meme. The new ones, the Gen Z or the Zoomers now. No one talks about Gen X. Iraq, Afghanistan.
That's us.
Nicaragua.
The
Panama Canal. If anyone gets that reference.
Right, fuck. Yeah, well, millennials, again, and anybody who doesn't know, you can check me on this if you really want. Generations typically are 20-year spans. If you're born within that 20 years, you're part of that generation. Logan and I
we're
here.
at the tail end of millennial, right?
Yeah, we
tail end.
in '94 we got the tail end of
the best end.
Yeah, the tail end of the millennial generation. That means that I mean, millennials are cool. Gen Z, man, like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Get your poop in a group.
They're okay. I like my little brothers.
Yeah.
The youngest ones.
I mean, I got a couple young kids at jiu-jitsu. I train, like Spencer. That kid's cool. I mean,
oh, you shouted out a name. Logan, blur that name.
Blur that name. A first name. Kid's cool. You know, whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's not all of them are fucked. Some of them are acting fucked. But
what were we talking about before that? Oh yeah, the depression thing. Like, have you seen that online, like on Facebook and stuff? Like,
dude, yeah,
I admit I'm part of it too. Like, I share stupid ass memes like that and stuff. But I'm like, it's kind of.
Can we stop like all being sad boys?
Yeah,
for a little while. Like,
it's kind of just like okay, I mean, there is an undertone of like it's definitely promoting self-care, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's more making anxiety and depression.
Well, you're drawing attention to it, and if you're paying attention to it, like, it's going to continue to be a problem. The truth is, when we say like it's okay, I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
it is okay. Like,
it's okay you got to strive to fix it because it's a clinical problem. Like, it's bad for your health
after a certain point. But like, being sad, like, there's nothing wrong with being sad. Sadness.
Culture. It's a culture. That's what I was looking for.
Sure. Culturally, we are fucking up. We're putting way too much emphasis on it. Culturally, there's as far as the individuals go, like, being depressed, like, that's a human emotion, and it's normal to feel that way, given the individual circumstances of your life. But if you're clinically, if you are in a constant state of depression longer than 2 weeks, you probably have major depressive disorder, and you should probably go and talk to a psychiatrist about a medication or at least some therapy. CBT is great. That's cognitive behavioral therapy, aka fancy way of saying talk therapy. Somebody's going to talk to you.
See a shrink.
You're going to figure out your problems. It's great. It's good stuff. Otherwise, you're just maybe going through some shit. Everybody has shit.
See, like, my point of it as a culture is like it's being promoted like as it's on a pedestal, like it's something to strive for. Like, you want to be depressed, you want to be anxious.
Well, yeah, because then he's depressed. Like, it's like the golden cart. It's the golden ticket right now. Like, if you're depressed, like, we're gonna let you fuck all. Like, you get to do what you want. We're gonna you get a special status with that depression.
Kinda.
There's a special status that comes with that diagnosis. You get, you're let off the hook more easily, and people are taking advantage of that. And
people are definitely more accepting of it nowadays, which is good.
That part is
my
good.
point is that it shouldn't be put on a pedestal like it's a good thing.
No, it definitely shouldn't.
Yeah.
Again, like,
be accepting of it. Don't try to be depressed or anxious.
Don't make it better than it is. Like, being depressed sucks, guys. Like, you do not want to be depressed. Like, any person who's been depressed can fucking tell you that. Like,
exactly.
You have the access to that human emotion. What I don't like about it is when we say that being depressed is inherently bad, it means that we're saying, like, being happy is the only way to be, mentally healthy, and that's not true either. You have to have a balance. Like, if you're gonna be happy, you're going to be mad, and you're going to be sad, and you're going to be all these different things. Having a healthy emotional state of mind is having a balance.
Neutral, like canola oil.
You know what? Yeah, just be a gray fucking blob. Don't feel anything. That's depression. Don't feel that way.
I was like, that doesn't sound right. Feel something, just don't feel bad.
How about you go and you live your life and take each moment as it is, and you just, if it's a good moment, be good in that moment. If it's a bad moment, God, there's bad moments. Take your lumps.
Take your lumps?
Yeah, take your lumps. Shit sucks. Suck it up, Buttercup.
That's talking like a real boomer.
Yeah, well.
I know you're an honorary boomer.
I'm just like, they know something.
wisdom gets passed down through generations. Maybe they know a fucking thing.
That's how he invented the trebuchet. Shout out.
Like, or we just I can't be that unrelatable. I'm 25. Like,
no, you're that unrelatable.
Oh, well, then. Yes,
I get it. Like, I'm a part of that. I'm not a part of that culture. I understand that culture. Like, I get the memes and stuff. It's all funny. Even, like, music nowadays, like, I'm not going to mention artists, but, like, it's a lot of it, like, not even their music themselves, but, like, the actual person promotes that kind of stuff and makes it seem cool. Like, it's something to
strive for.
Yeah, just being, like, a sad person, depressed person, lonely person, when a lot of times those people even aren't.
Right. What I definitely don't like is a lot, and this is from, like, working in places like this with working with kids. A lot of that music does, project a lot of negative emotional status on these kids, and
we need to bring back happy music.
That's a good idea.
Justin Bieber, we need you.
No, we don't.
Logan needs you. I just saw him.
I've heard he's turned back into a good person.
I don't mind him. I like some of his. I like one song. His one song with Jack U, because I like electronic music. But I feel like he's got good qualities. Did you watch the roast of Justin Bieber?
I did not.
It's actually pretty funny.
Throwing it out there,
it's pretty funny too.
Not into ageism. Like, I don't like polarity between, like, the old people telling the Z generation or even the millennial.
That's another bad cultural thing.
Like, I fucking hate them. Like,
have you even seen the OK Boomer thing going on?
No.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You haven't seen that. There's a really bad gap, like, right now between, like, ages of people. Mm-hmm. OK Boomer meme is like, I thought I saved something on
it's basically, I can assume that it's basically like, okay, Boomer, like, you can shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Like, you're fed up with whatever bullshit they're saying, which, I mean, I get that.
Like, when they call us lazy, and like, okay, Boomer, like, yeah, exactly. I'm not lazy, like, we have a different economic time, like.
Yeah. Back in my day, I had a house. Okay, Boomer.
Fuck. Right? Like,
Working at McDonald's made you today's money $80,000 a year. That's not actual stats, but something like that.
Yeah, I get it. Like, some absurd, ridiculous thing that does make them unrelatable. I understand. In those cases, I'm like, yeah, okay, Boomer. Mm-hmm. Can we also, like, get off our arrogant high horse for a second and understand, like, those dudes also have some wisdom to pass down, so maybe we should stop being arrogant shits and, like, listen, because the whole, like, depression and anxiety epidemic that we're going through right now is crazy, and using all these unregulated drugs and pharmaceuticals is also a terrible idea to get around that. Like,
don't vape vitamin E from China. It's mineral oil. It kills people. I don't care if you vape, go jewel your shit out, but don't go importing CBD oil from China. That's it's mineral oil, and you get, like, what was it, like pneumonia basically or something? They're
listening to you with the oils, okay?
Yeah, it's not the weeds. It's just fake shit, and you're gonna hurt yourself. That's why people are dying, and it's ruining vaping for everyone. I don't vape. I don't smoke. I don't care about that stuff. I'm just saying, be fucking careful.
That's another thing, right? Like, we can't have the
Chinese
phones or the Japanese phones.
Yeah,
because they're programmed to kill us.
Mine's Chinese. Technically, it's owned by a Chinese company. I've seen videos on YouTube, and it's hard. Like, you can't tell if anything's real nowadays. But where they took apart a Huawei phone, it straight up had not a camera. Well, it had a camera in it because it's a phone. It has selfie camera and stuff.
But a straight up, like, microphone.
It had a microphone in it that was listening. It wasn't a part of the phone. It was just in there, connected to it, and transmitting to a source of some sort. Obviously, they have no way to prove that Huawei's the one who put that in there. It was only in one phone. It's still messed up to think about. I'm not condemning China, except for the whole Hong Kong thing. Fuck you, China. Instantly demonetized. Taken off Google. China don't like anything like that.
Yeah, I'm like,
we can move on from.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit too
political,
too close to political,
cringy, edgy, the stuff we wanted to avoid. Nut. This has gone on for, like, I think an hour now.
You got time for one more bit? One more.
Do you have something?
I was just gonna say, My Hero. We got a new My Hero this week.
We're talking about anime again.
Yeah, we gotta weeb out for a second.
Yeah, new My Hero tomorrow. I hope. They always have holidays in Japan that like don't exist in the United States.
Fuck, that's right. Because we didn't get one last week, right?
Yeah, we got one last week. The week before we didn't get one. Which
Shit's
is
about
upsetting.
to jump off, and I'm so.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna.
Then
pick
again,
up real quick.
we were saying that last week too, and
I know they stall things like crazy because to be fair, like the seasons are really long.
To be fair, my Letterkenny people will get that. Shout out.
But yeah, the seasons are really long, so they kind of have to pace it a certain way, and it's always like a slow build up, and then I feel like it punches quick.
They've set the scene. Like they've set.
We did have an oh shit moment last episode.
That's what I mean. So I'm like, and like things are primed, things are looking good. Meaning things are looking really fucking bad.
Optimus Prime. The little girl.
Well, let's talk about that though. Do you think All Might's gonna die this season?
Yes.
This season, you think he goes down?
Yes.
Making that prediction right now. That's happening.
Yes. Unfortunately,
I
like All Might. He's cool. But
dude.
Want more
United States of Smash.
I want more Lemillion. Fuck the main character.
Sorry, guys, that was loud.
Fuck all the side characters. I want Lemillion.
Nah, man. Give me some of that Deku, man. That dude's going to have a killer season when shit actually does jump off. He's going to have such a badass.
I just want more Pinky.
And her acid tank.
I just want more of the Invisible Girl. What even is her name?
Why is
she in the show? God damn it.
How about the grape guy?
I love hate. He's fucking disgusting.
He's horrible.
Funny. He has a place. It's Japan. He has a place.
I think he speaks to my dark, twisted, demented inner, 12-year-old who didn't know how to talk to girls.
I feel like he's actually more realistic than any character where he's trying to see titties and stuff. That's what that's what puberty. They're fucking
yes, that was definitely part of my teenage experience. Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, there's a part of me that relates to that character. Yeah. As sad and weird as that is, but I'm like, guys, get it. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. What does that mean?
That's what he does, dude.
Oh yeah, he rips
off his great balls and throws them.
I do like his power.
No.
I feel like it could have some pretty cool potential. You can't unstick them. It's stuck. It's stuck for he said
hours.
He takes care of his hair or something. It can be for hours.
For a long time.
It might have even been longer than that. It's a long time. If you just stick someone to the ground and they can't move, unless their power can do something about it,
true.
Phase through, or just they could straight up remove the ground under it. But yeah, I feel like Lemillion could just absorb through it. But I feel like his power could have potential. If they just come at him and they don't know what he is,
but he's such a fuck. He doesn't know how to use it.
The test with what's her name?
He was just chucking random shit I'm not a fan.
No, not the rescue test. The test with the girl and the what's her name? The boob girl. The boob girl.
The boob girl. The teacher?
Yeah, the R-rated
Miss Midnight? Is that her name?
Yes.
Midnight.
It's Midnight. Her. Remember that one?
Vaguely.
That's the point. He's the reason they passed. The tape dude did good, actually. He rescued his teammate.
That dude is Spider-Man.
That dude's sick.
Okay, I don't care what anybody says. That dude's Spider-Man.
That dude's sick.
I
like his power.
You were telling me last week that the creator of My Hero is a gigantic Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, he's a really big Marvel fan, and I think Spider-Man is by far his favorite character or something. So he tries to incorporate stuff like that, Marvel stuff. He takes inspiration, which that's awesome. Rest in peace, Stanley.
Miss you, buddy.
It sounds like you knew him personally.
I did.
Oh, okay, fuck. Yeah. What's your favorite cameo of him? Mine's Mallrats.
Ooh. There's so many to pick from him, man. I don't know.
Nice. Anyways, midnight. Like, he's the reason they passed. The grape rush dude. I can't remember exactly why. Oh yeah, he had like didn't he steal her whip or something? I feel like he stole her. He like threw his thing, or no, he just made like a whip out of his hair, purple thingies. Made like a whip out of it, and then like whipped her with it or something. Got her stuck or something.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember. Regardless, he escaped with his buddy.
All right.
Like, he saved his buddy and escaped. Like, that was...
That's true. All right, he's had one moment.
Yeah.
He's had one.
So he's actually smart. And isn't he, like, the top of the grades in the class, too?
No.
I feel like he was really smart.
No.
I feel like I can look this up.
I think you need to pause this. Then we need to wrap it up.
Okay, yeah, let's wrap it up. I want to make a condom joke.
Wrap it up.
We had a really shitty intro, and we can have a really shitty outro. This has been...
Need a Cork.
Thank you, again. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here again.
Next week, later this week. Whenever the fuck we feel like putting them out.
Exactly. I feel like this is a pretty decent quality camera. I like it. It's not bad.
Oh,
we didn't introduce... This is weird. We didn't introduce our man...
That's Herschel.
That's Herschel. That's all you get. That's backstory. There's no lore. There's lore. You don't get the lore. He's covered in
stuff.
He's the sauce boss.
And buzzer beater. Yeah. Well, now we're giving you lore.
That's lore. It's not enough lore. You don't get more lore.
You figure it out. You tell us about Herschel, and we'll tell you if you're right.
Figure it out. And figure out the name of the podcast. I want to iterate that. Figure it out. Okay, bye. I'm just going to leave this. We're just going to keep it. I can pause it anytime.
Click something.
No, just make a face. That's